Welcome. This is the Martian Enterprise, round 4. We're here on Mars. We have a game where Sophie, Blackout C, G-Fox, and Cordaris will fight each other for the capitalistic dominance on this map. We have an American colony, which means they will consume power. And Lahi, what do you think about this map? How should they accomplish this victory?
What stands out to me is that water is not everywhere. So they should be concerned about shipping, because water is usually the biggest shipping contributor. So I'm looking at the top left corner and top right corner where... Oh, and there's also a scavenger spot. That's also usable.
The scout does not... Oh, well, okay, water is over there.
Yeah, water is.
So what I want to point out, when you're looking at where to find, you should have in mind that there's nukes and core samples here.
Yeah.
Which both can really influence how you want to think when founding. And everyone has found it now. What do you think about their decisions here?
Blackout C has found it in a cramped spot, and Cordaris also found it in a semi-cramped spot. I think Cordaris could have found it a bit to east, so that they have some space for building placement, because today's a word is where you want to spread your claims. And
Absolutely.
G-Fox has started on a single high metal mine and a single steel mill. I think what G-Fox should have done was get a single metal mine, single steel mill, and a single aluminum, but it would have taken forever anyway.
Yeah, aluminum is nowhere to be found. That's my reaction to G-Fox's find here.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a real issue because... Well, because aluminum is not too cheap.
Yeah, it's
maybe
the most...
people don't know.
Yeah, everybody wants to get this aluminum. That said, the robots are... While robots consume half aluminum for upgrading, they are also the most closest to aluminum. So maybe they can hope that robots will sell down those and make it cheap. That said, G-Fox is well set up for the greenhouse farm food production, and food is the best market right now.
Yeah. And power is rising because of the colony. I saw Cordaris here, still on HQ1, going for mutiny play. I'm not a fan of this play. Just, first of all, steam is really, really bad, and you should really focus your money on trying to upgrade instead of...
I don't like Sophie going into double solar condensers. The solar condensers do not really make much money, and Sophie does have enough carbon to move around. So I think Sophie should have built double farm instead of a double solar condenser. Although this will help Sophie getting into wind turbines and farms next HQ.
Yeah, I think I would prefer farms over wind turbines here. We have a natural surplus onto chemicals, which might make for some really, really cheap games. Could see some early patent plays out of that. And an auction for geothermal tank. This would be really good for Sophie, I think. Actually, steel is cheap too. Yeah, this is good for everyone.
First nuke.
There we go. First nuke of the game. Go onto G-Fox.
Is that the second nuke or first nuke? There are 3 nukes spawns.
Wait. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so one was popped. Yeah. Okay, sorry. The first nuke was onto Sophie, but it hit the gun squad. She realized how weak her carbon situation is there.
Yeah.
She had a very nicely placed gun squad.
That being said, you can always core sample extra carbon if you get nuked out too much. So, did we talk about Cordaris' found?
Well, I just said I didn't like his mutiny. You can talk about his found if you want.
So Kotaris does not have a good way to get into upgrading because Kotaris, while food was an excellent market of choice, Kotaris did not go more into food. You always want to have at least double because it gives agency bonuses and that will give them enough money to buy steel. But having a single farm is not good enough.
I agree. He does buy that geothermal tile for 36k. I believe, yeah, he can afford a geo. So he should really try to make some power ASAP using that. So place down the geothermal. Otherwise, this depth will start spiraling you out of control.
Yeah.
On the power front, we have Sophie claiming a geo, which I quite like. Blackout C, or Rick, has not done anything about power. And GFox currently trying to make some solar panel transitions. This is a nice timing to start it. If you start building them right around now, they will finish just as they start. Very nice timing. I would like to see this gooned.
So we have seen nuke war happening over this water, carbon, and other resources. And what's interesting about this double water is that even though it might get nuked out, you can always use it for wind turbines. And Sophie can first start off using wind turbines on her base, but she can always say that, oh, I will find water somewhere else, maybe core sample, maybe use this other water, and use the nuked out tile for wind turbine if things get worse than this.
And GFox's solar panels earning him $500 each per second. Very, very solid. Still on defend. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was just about to ask. This kind of begging for a power surge there. Although people don't know that it's undefended, I guess. It's a risky play. So GFox pays the service back. I think I would prefer to see wind turbines there from Sophie.
Yeah, because Sophie is producing carbon and it's not producing silicon. So even though it might spike carbon price, as long as no one else is producing carbon, you get the money back eventually. So,
but yeah, so that was a random auction giving her a really nice what's this called? Carbon tile? High carbon tile. So this will be hard to nuke because it's high. It will take 2 nukes. And she places the goon squad on the medium water pump. So very concerned about getting water nuked out there. And now there's a natural surplus onto power.
Yeah, it would have been great if they committed more heavily into power before this surplus hits, because getting this 200 something power price, it's very great for paying down debt or even going for power money. Sophie could have gone for it.
And GFox gets a very nice superconductor pattern here.
Yeah.
So his solar panel's reading 1000. And he finally has the goon. However, it hit just as night game. Although most of the power production on this map is solar panel, Blackout also has the solar panel.
Yeah.
So power prices should stay the same or even rise during the night, giving GFox a really nice position as dawn arrives.
Yeah. When chemical is at this price, always think about, pattern is cheap. Is there any pattern that I want to get? And because the chem price is not expensive, it is not a big burden for upgrading. You can get 1 HQ behind for a few minutes, but you do have the advantage here, so it should be fine overall.
Yeah. And GFox getting also very nice pattern, slant relaying. You almost always want this when there's nukes available, and also when there's core samples available, because it fixes basically any situation. Using slant relaying and core sample.
Sophie knows that she is very close to getting power money. Tries to be aggressive on other players' power makers, power surging, blackouts, solar panel, and also trying to shut down GFox solar panel, which was protected. I think I would actually prefer to have a mutiny on the tile right next to GFox so that it disconnects these solar panels from superconductor.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. That would be a really nice play. I wouldn't have seen that, but yeah, now that you pointed it out, it's obvious. Yeah, so what that does is more than half G-Fox's power
Yeah.
output and also gives you your own power. Very, very nice.
Okay.
And G-Fox gets a pretty cheap hack array. Let's see what it does with it. Meanwhile, we have Kodaris, the buffer robots, going into optimizations. Blackout targeting iron and steel, while Kodaris, oh, he hasn't started using it yet.
Yeah,
We'll see
I
what it
am
is.
concerned about Cordaris because Cordaris is making a lot of steel, which Cordaris needs to make, but Cordaris does not have any iron production right now.
Mhm.
So one way to
Oh,
mitigate
this
this,
solar.
one way to mitigate this is getting a core sample and hunt for iron somewhere. It should be somewhere. The solar
Yeah.
player killing power price.
Yeah.
And G-Fox and
Also
Sophie.
killing oxygen price. Really good for carbon income too from Sophie.
Yeah. So when you need some resource and really need it, when there's core sample and optional tile, what you can do is core sample tiles, and if it turns out to be the resource you want, you can initiate auction there and claim it by paying that using auction.
Yeah. And Sophie tried to get aggressive onto G-Fox there, but then changed her mind. And G-Fox will be happy for that because he just initiated a food shortage. He would want to have a stockpile there to make some money. So actually, if Sophie had continued being aggressive, she would have forced G-Fox to sell out, which would have hurt his economy quite a bit.
Yeah. One power surge on this pattern lab plus greenhouse farm unprotected is going to be very great.
It would. So G-Fox 10 seconds away from teleportation. Which is always useful, I guess.
Yeah.
So if I were to say which patterns I like, I would say go for nanotech and virtual reality instead. Virtual reality is always a nice source of income when there's expansives and scavengers around. And nanotech just gives you such flexibility in designing your base, chasing the perfect markets.
Yeah.
Also really good for going into solar panels. So it's a good like teaming up patent with Super Igniter.
I like the fact that players are keeping eye on this entertainment market and making sure that no one person gets the monopoly on it. Forgetting about Pleasure Dome can be a big factor in deciding the game.
Yeah. Godars gets geothermal borehole pretty cheaply, but let's see, is there any neat usage of it? There's no geo at the colony.
Extra 0.2 power on upland.
Yeah. That's basically it. Not bad.
Not bad for 9k.
I'll have to do the math now. But yeah, I'm not surprised it didn't go for more. So Sophie going after optimizations too, so everyone has them except for G-Fox.
Looks like...
what stands out to me at this point of the game, you pretty much always want to optimize chems, but nobody's doing it.
Looks like it's time for chemicals. People should think about ways to go to chemical. Getting into chemical means securing water production and make fuel, and secure carbon production and make chemical. Securing carbon production, you can go either with a solar condenser or elemental quarry or carbon scrubbing.
Yeah, and I quite like carbon scrubbing personally because there's a decent demand from the colony on chemicals too. You don't have to worry about it dying out. So at this point, if I'm the people with money, like G-Fox, I would really want to pay attention to the fact that some people are deep in debt. You might get a pretty cheap subsidiary soon.
So, since people are fighting over this water resource using nukes and bouncing nukes, hitting nukes everywhere, what they should not sell down this water heavily, even when it looks like price is high. I do like the selling down on 50, but they should think about having stockpiles so that they can react when something happens and they cannot produce water anymore. So to give them time to think about the alternative strategies.
I agree. And Sophie once again going into solars. I guess she doesn't have the best tiles for wind. Oh no, those are good tiles. I don't know.
I don't like
to see wind turbines.
Sophie keeping scrapping in and out of this carbon quarry and going into power, going into other production, because one late game scavengers way to late game is off-road, and to build off-road you need a lot of carbon. So keep producing this.
The double corridor is less than 2 a second, so I don't mind this at all.
Yeah.
Should they get nuked there?
I would be...
What I would have liked to see is to build... She should have built her base on top of the other carbon tiles, so she can move around.
More flexibility. I would be looking at the auction tile to get this extra carbon claims, or even core sample and auction it here.
Yeah, auctioning one next to her remote high would be really solid.
Yeah.
And I feel like GFox and Sophie are kind of locked into a war with each other. They're mostly targeting each other.
In the meanwhile, Blackout C also has a lot of money and have been optimizing.
Yeah, so I really like that these two robots are going to chems now.
Yeah.
Even with this expensive fuel price, once you optimize it, as you can see Blackout C is doing, it's still really solid income. Really solid.
Yeah, Kodaru's had difficulty with steel, but it looks like the steel situation is stabilized, and when steel is dead, you don't make steel, you make something else and make money out of it. And Kodaru is doing it very great in the most important market and doing it efficiently.
Yeah. And now we have dust storm coming and power is exploding. It should be good for GFox, who has superconductor and nanotech.
When you hear this sound, when you hear this dust storm sound, you should think about, look at carbon price. If it's not expensive, buy 100 of them and build wind turbines. 20 seconds before it starts, because it takes 20 seconds to build.
Yes, GFox doesn't have any tiles with strong wind. So maybe he won't react to this.
Yeah, GFox
so
doesn't have to do it because GFox does have a superconductor. So if you cannot afford building this, you can also go for solar panel. Even though it will halve the production, you do have superconductor, so it's kind of normal, unless hidden by Sodan Strike.
I feel like this auction is unlucky for Sophie because now everyone will see that she has triple wind turbine and she's selling power for 1.6k. Usually, when there's an auction, people take their time to look around the map. Although that was a pretty quick auction.
Yeah.
Let's see if her wind turbines gets targeted.
GFox making a move on Sophie. I like this move. I would like to have. I think I prefer to see it a bit earlier than this, when Sophie does not have more money to defend herself. But this is enough lead, I think. This is a good lead.
I hate those filthy bandits.
Okay, we'll see. I do like that GFox is optimizing power here.
Yeah.
I would like to see him react more though with his nanotech.
Sophie went back into power money and making excellent amount of money from this power.
Yes. She has 2 unused optimization centers at this point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing food, power, carbon? Yeah, oh wow, she has a lot of carbon already. She's getting perfect carbon here, so she's really desperate for it.
Yeah. Look at the launch price. Oxygen is at 41k.
Yeah.
Although Onward is great, I would look at Onward instead.
Yeah. I mean, for Oxygen, 490 isn't very good.
It's going
it
to
mostly
rise.
looks okay because... Yeah, it will rise. It looks good because Sophie's been in condensers all game selling down oxygen, so it's very cheap.
Why is silicon so high? People don't seem to be producing much. Blackout is making one. Potaris does not have one. Actually, it's still a condenser.
Well, yeah, there's only 2 being collected right now, 2 a second on the entire map. And people are moving in and out of solar panels.
And when primary resources are high, it's awkward to get into more advanced markets.
Yeah. Maybe people are afraid to commit to silicon because of the nukes.
Yeah.
But yeah, GFox, you got slant drilling, really didn't play to his strength here.
Yeah. If you have slant drilling, what you can try is, what I like to do, is you have a lot of iron 34%, which means you can hit anything there. And hit core sample, slant drill.
But GFox could do, by the way, I missed his, GFox did have a parry, so I did a wrong read on that. What you can do is core sample next to his 2 silicon cores. And if it's a medium, then you just got a lot more income from your slant drill.
Yeah.
If it's a high, you got a ton more. You double your silicon income. And wow, now the dust storm is over, and GFox's superconductor earning him 21 power a second.
And Sophie's, look at Sophie's water. She should start selling down this. GFox is at negative,
No,
blackout negative. Yeah, she doesn't have to
buy more.
She should buy more. And just keep an eye on how much water people are making. GFox is now a surplus.
I wouldn't mind seeing a hack on GFox's water. Oh wait, nukes are 50k?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not, I'm not sure.
I think I would sell down now.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I would like to say that the duel is pretty close between Sophie and GFox.
Yeah. This water advantage is doing a lot for us.
She's shorting water!
Oh. I'm not sure what to think about this water.
Wait, GFox is also shorting water!
What?
What? What's happening?
Well, GFox is the person who is oh, GFox now has a triple making 7.
Yeah.
Sophie should sell that now.
Yeah, at this point he started out selling.
Although
He's not canceling the hack though.
Yeah, it feels bad to not. Yeah, this land drilling is doing a lot for GFox.
Yeah, so it's just one single low tile, but earning him like 8 water, no 9, 10 water a second.
And this is
optimized.
Effectively stealing Sophie's money into this water market.
Yeah. Although she is producing slightly more water than him, but just one black market, 1 nuke, 1 power surge, 1 mutiny. Well, not 1 mutiny, I guess.
Yeah.
It could be. What I'm saying is, it could be a lot better for Sophie.
Yeah, Sophie. Despite the hacked water price did not rise, people have been selling heavily. GFox making 4, and Blackout Z making 5, and
oh yeah.
Making
at this point,
4.
Sophie has to sell.
Yeah,
Sophie
this has to be sold down much earlier than this.
Yeah. Oh, Sophie goes for the black market, but it's not targeted on GFox's water. So when you're looking over his base, what you should do is hold down the X key. Then you can watch the filthy amount this water pumps are earning. And yeah, once like I said, a single nuke totally kills all his water.
Yeah, to be fair, a single core sample saves this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Sophie sell. Yeah, I don't know. Is she waiting for the next shortage?
In the meanwhile, Blackout is holding 400k.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
A
There's
lot
so
of
much happening to this water price, so that it's kind of staying the same.
Sophie finally sells
There we go.
out, and it becomes
So
one.
all of it. Yeah, no, it's one. I don't like that either. Everyone should buy this
Yeah.
up immediately. You should never let the price be one.
G-Fox has to
Okay, I think
buy.
she sold just because G-Fox had 100%.
Yeah. She might have had a chance if she didn't buy, didn't sell out. If she sold out water much earlier.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah, so it was a
Cordaris.
nice idea, but
Yeah.
she needed to know when to stop. And G-Fox, wait, when did his off-world arrive? I didn't pay attention. Did he just build this?
It has been a while. Off-road.
Yeah. Since last time we looked, oxygen is now like under $30 more, so really solid income now.
Yeah.
And G-Fox gets a buy on Sophie, which returns all the stock he had.
So now, what should Blackout do? Blackout does have a lot of money, but the stock price difference is massive between Blackout Z and G-Fox.
Yeah.
I think they should combine power against G-Fox if they want to have a chance to win.
New land is available for auction.
Yeah.
Blackout Z and Cordaris has been mild in black market usage compared to Sophie and G-Fox, who has exchanged 23 and 14 black market items.
Off-world shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Oh, did you pay attention to Sophie's award status when she got bought up?
I think Sophie has the award.
Okay, where was the goal?
The gun was on the northern farm.
Okay. Awesome. I'll write that down.
Let's check other players before it's too late. Cordaris
Our methods could
needs one more gun. Blackout Z cannot get the award. And G-Fox cannot get the award at this layout. And with the gun price 110k, it's probably not going to be fixed. Okay, Cordaris is selling out of Blackout and getting into G-Fox.
Okay. This might be interesting.
Yeah. Buying a single
So-
stock. I think this is signaling the Blackout Z that Cordaris has changed the target.
optimization.
Yeah, I still feel like he's kind of too big to fail though. $500,000 is a lot of money, but not in this context.
Yeah. G-Fox is
And-
very close
yeah,
by.
Engineers have advanced our production.
G-Fox just has silly amounts of income with all these off-worlds.
Triple off-road running right now, launching 53k oxygen.
Our methods continue to
Yeah.
improve.
Well, G-Fox knows who he wants to buy. He does not waste any time buying Cordaris empty stock. He goes heavily to Blackout Z, fully intending to buy him out.
Successful
And
And
has
in this situation, if he does,
the button.
Yeah.
And takes it.
Oh, what was the status? Award or no award?
No award.
No award. Okay. And looks like no award for Cordaris either, unless he buys a gun.
opportunities.
This is 110k. At this point, I would just put the gun there just to get the award and
Closed.
concede.
Yeah. Alright, I'll start scoring this. And I hope our players for the next round is available.
Right?
So, which team is G-Fox playing for?
G-Fox is playing for Team A, the first team.
Oh, a horse with no name. Excellent.
Yeah.
Off-world shipment launched. Look at all the money.
Oh, he buys the goon. He buys the goon. We bought the goon.
Oh, and puts it there.
Did it?
All
Yeah.
right.
So now he's eligible.
Yeah, Cordaris gets silvered.
Yeah. Wait, this is the wrong match. Cross Cordaris. Yeah, this one. Wait, this has Sorbas. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
G-Fox is subbing for Sorbas, right? Or wait, I'm confused. G-Fox? No, who's subbing for who?
G-Fox has
No,
subbed.
Blackout is subbing.
Right?
Blackout C is subbing for Sorbas right now.
He gets the
But
button.
that's not great because Sorbas is in the next game too. What do we do about that? Anyway, GG, well played to G-Fox.